Welcome in, everybody. My name is Josh. This is Gaming Joy channel, and we are on Out of Ore today. Trying something a little new. We have a new map with some new features, and I figure we try it out with our normal kind of hardcore setting where we, do everything not the easy way. And I started a new company called Moivara Inc., I think, or something like that. So we're back at stage level 1, ground 1. We have nothing for us. We have the $100,000 we start with, and we're going to have to level up. So getting started on Moivara, let's jump into this. So this is the new map. And the difference with this map is that there's a little bit more to it. And I think some of that influence comes from one of the new members of the team, which is Ola Haldor. And you'll see his influence here, definitely, in just a few minutes. But starting on Moivara, it changes Out of Ore significantly how this map is set up, and I hope that all the other maps get updated to be set this way. So it contains multiple sell points, stores, and 2 old abandoned mine sites, a big open pit and a smaller pit with an underground mine. So it actually has stuff preset, and it's not just one or the other. In many of the other maps, it's like you either have a big pit or you have nothing. And here it's like, oh, we're going to give you both because there's plenty of space on the map. Why not? Right? And I think that's really cool. Hey, David, welcome in. Next, you have a mine office, which is where you start. Now, I don't know why this matters, but there is an access in this office to the dynamic price menu, but you can get to the dynamic price menu from anywhere. So I don't know why this is here. That said, you could, but you can't really like build anything here because you don't own the land. So I don't think we'll try it out. And there's also multiple sell points. So there's sell points for ore, sell points for items, whatever, around the map. And we have to figure out which ones are the best. So when we're selling, we don't have to, but we can sell directly to the sell points. And that actually might add a little bit of change how we plan things, because if we have to deliver ores to a sell point, then how are we going to do that? We have to have a dump truck or something like that. So that's going to change how we buy equipment, and I think that'll be an interesting flavor, I guess, depending on how you look at it. And then the other cool thing is this is kind of like this feels a lot like New Frontier when Ola built it, where it has this kind of grid like areas. You start with 2 plots of land, and you have to stay within those 2 plots of land until you buy more land. So now there's like 2 tabs here. There's a vehicles tab and a land tab, and it keeps track of all your vehicles and also what land you own. So we start with this land. Now the downside, and this is something that I was testing out and I can't figure out how to get around it, but you can't sell land once you own it. So if I wanted to start somewhere else on the map, I can't sell the land once I own it. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. And the other cool thing that you notice from this picture is that there's a good part of the area that's town that you can't affect. And that may change how you build around this map, because, and I'll show you about that. So you can't do the regular land. And if you want to purchase land, you can purchase more plots, but you can't sell. So that's kind of a bummer. But if we wanted to expand and go somewhere else on the map, we could, but we're going to have to make a lot of money to do so before. And $250,000 for each plot of land, it appears. And then there's a rivals and ore price. So there's other companies here, and they are fighting us for the ore prices, which is going to affect the price fluctuations about how much stuff sells for. So we'll check that out right now. So if we go in here, and just a heads up, I did switch out to my keyboard for the clicky keyboard because my other one died. So just a heads up, it will be kind of clicky. So we have this. This gives us this right here, which is actually kind of hard to see. I wish you could zoom in on this. I mean, you can do first person view and kind of see it. So I guess that's close enough. But as you see, Moivara Inc., our score is 0 because we haven't done anything. The amount of ore we've sold per day, we have 0 debt, We have a market cap of 0. If we look over here, we show some kind of typical like blueprints for how to build stuff, which we've seen before. Power pylons. We have this computer here, which is our purchase menu, right? How we buy stuff, which, you know, kind of cool. And then this is going to be the where the price value of stuff. Now, the only downside is that whoever made this did do a very good job, because like the heading titles are overlapping. It's kind of a bummer, but whatever. I mean, they could have used the whole thing. There's a lot of white space over there. You could have spread it out a little bit, but whatever. So they're saying that, you know, the vendor unit price and the vendor sell price, you can buy for 31.32, you can sell for 21.92, but that's only from Glenmore Trading Company. So I don't see any way to use this menu. So if we come in here, this is just kind of like, it's just, I don't really think this building is very useful, honestly, because all of it's right here. And we come here to ore price, and I can click on the stuff and see who's selling stuff for what, right? And so I can sell to each of these companies. So vendors sell price. I wonder if that's the price I sell it to them for. But it is what it is. There's a lot more cool stuff here. The wiki's a little bit tighter because it has this big, huge menu on the right side. I'm not a super fan of this huge menu. I think it takes up too much space, and it's also like the text is not centered in the buttons, which just irritates me. But you know, it is what it is. Anyways, that's the new mine office. And then we have some other cool stuff around here. We'll look at a lot more of it later. But we've got all of these are sell points. We've got a store here. Oh god, my run speed is down. And kind of like the FS style, like floating icons that rotate with you no matter how you look at them, kind of thing. And we can buy minerals here. Apparently this is where you buy minerals, and that's all you buy, which is kind of cool. So they have like focused buying points for things, but you can always just buy from this menu, right? Again, we have to unlock things. So first of all, let's do what we normally do when we're starting out. And this is something that I've been doing since I started. We're going to go here and we're going to sell the light, sell the shovel, sell the pickaxe, sell the axe, and sell the sledge, or sell them all. Purchase. So we're going to get the fast pickaxe. There's no fast axe. Oh, well, we just sold it and didn't need to. Fast shovel, fast sledge. So I want all this stuff that's the fast versions. The slow versions are just irritatingly slow. And we'll go from there. So we have what we need. I don't know if that's the right order, but whatever. I'm running very slow. All right, so let's look at the map real quick. Here's the map, and if we zoom out, you can see that all this area is red, which means we can't, I don't think we can build or do anything in this area. And the question is can I cut down trees in this area? No. So it's not letting me cut down trees in that area, which is fine, I guess. I like all the decorations, like the addition of like actual grass, which kind of looks a lot like farm sim grass, but the addition of grass on the ground is welcome, totally welcome. I mean, this looks really nice. It just fills out the environment and makes it look real, like legit. I do definitely like this. Or else trading, conveyors, power, and factories. So this place, I believe, is a gas station right here. And I'm sorry it's dark because it's nighttime, but okay, there's fuel at the back, gas station here, and then we'll go quickly over to to one of the town buildings. This is going to be another selling point, but I want to go up here real quick because there's the beginnings of a town. If we look on our map, there's the beginnings of a town. And now this is something they've never done on an Out of War map before. But we have an actual town. Now, it's hard to see because it's nighttime, but I recognize these buildings. I don't know if you do, but I recognize them. These are all these buildings are straight out of, or maybe slightly edited, but they're straight out of the Ola Haldor's building pack for Renebu. So these are all of these buildings look like they're straight out of that building pack. So that's kind of where Ola Haldor's, I think, effect comes into this game, where we're going to have this town area, which is cool. And there's no real value to the town area other than it makes it feel like a real environment. And that's pretty cool. I like that. I like it. It's different. It does. You're not just in the middle of nowhere. You're in a real town that has real sell points and real people. I don't see people walking around, but that's, you know, that is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Hold on one second. Sorry, I'm back. It looks like I have my settings set to be so that the night is very short, because it's hard to see when you're streaming when it's night or dark. So let's look and see what we have access to for vehicles. Vehicles, loaders. I always like using loaders. That's my favorite. We're probably gonna, we can get this one. This is the simplest one. We're gonna go ahead and purchase this. We could go to the dealer to purchase it, but the downside with the dealer when you purchase it is that it doesn't actually spawn at the dealer. It still goes right in your inventory. So it's like halfway there, kind of. But let's, I guess we're gonna have to slowly level up our loaders over time. So let's get this. Let's spawn it. Bummer. My farm stick, which I have out, is not connected. That's okay. Where are the lights? I don't remember where the lights are. Where are the lights? F2. Shift L. There we go. Yeah, no way to transport the vehicles yet. I hope they'll add stuff like that soon. That would be cool. And not only that, like a lot of the pieces, I think it would, like a good addition to the game would be the transporting side of things. Like if I'm going to buy a hopper, I want to be able to pick up that hopper with a crane and transport it to where I want to put it and then put it down with a crane and lock it into place. Like I think that, to me, that gives this game a whole level of like realism that I think that it may have been missing. Hey, Bruce, welcome in. Thanks for being here. But thank you for suggesting that. Now, to note, and this is Model Houseman did reach out. There is Splint 2 or Split 2 Gaming. I forget their name. They did an edit of this map that adds a lot more tunneling to this initial area. And while I like that idea in general, I'm not going to use it. And the main reason that I'm not going to use it is that save, number one, I don't really like tunnels. I like to be able to create my own stuff. Not a big fan of working in tunnels. That said, we have tunnels, so we might as well use them a little bit. We'll kind of work with them here because we have them. But since the tunneling equipment doesn't even come until level 24, it doesn't really, in my mind, doesn't really make sense to do anything related to tunneling yet, just because there's nothing we can do with it. So we have a loader. Let's make some money. And so to make money, the quickest way, if I remember, is we're going to go into factory. We're going to get a hopper. We're going to get conveyors. We can't get elevators yet. Materials. Sell point. Oh. Oh, interesting. I can change the sell point depending on which company I want to sell for. That's interesting. Do I have enough to buy a sell point? I don't. So let's make some money real quick to buy a sell point. So let's go here. Let's get out. This is our big hopper. We're going to put our big hopper right. Be grid build. We're going to put our hopper right here for now. And we need some dirt. And put that in there. Consume. Okay. So we could, so the thing is we could bring this digger all the way down into the tunnels, but the problem is that it kind of doesn't make sense because, like, I'll show you. So if we go into here, right? We go into this tunnel. I mean, I guess we could just dig out like way down here. You know what I mean? Like, this is pay dirt right here. And coal. That's going to make us more money than regular stuff. Let's do that. Let's just dig out this little piece right here. Instead of digging up on the surface, let's dig down in there. And all we're doing is going to be just trying to dig out to have enough money to sell something. So we need our sledgehammer, right? Is that, I'm still remembering how to play this game. It's been a while. Yeah, sledgehammer. We'll go back down this tunnel, and I don't know if this is the best tunnel or not, but this is the one I'm in. And we're just going to kind of dig out down here because there's already pay dirt and coal, which are going to give us some good money to sell. So, okay, kind of all around. Now, manually digging with a pickaxe is actually a good thing when you're playing the game, just because it does give you skill points, which lets you skill up really quickly. As much as manual digging with a pickaxe is good for skilling up, it's painstakingly slow and annoying. So we're not going to do too much of it, but we're doing something for ourselves right now. So I'll show you. And we need the skill points anyways, because this is a brand new company and a brand new save game. All right. Big hopper. Please tell me this is on a grid. It is. Nice. Rotate? How do you rotate? I forget. Oh, there it is. That's good enough for me. We're going to E. We're going to put this dirt in here. Consume. And so now it's kind of at a level that I can actually get to and do stuff with, right? So it's not like, because I can't really lift up in here. Right? I can't, I'm like very, very limited as far as what I can do here. And doing so in first-person camera is not easy. Come on, dump. Where's the Oh, I need GPS to show me the things. I need GPS to be able to show me. Why does the engine keep turning off? Whether my bucket is level or not. Hey Howie, how's it going? Welcome in, thanks for being here. We're playing out of order today, because why not? Can't lift up too high because I'm in a tunnel. Now, all this hopper is doing right now is just collecting stuff, right? And it's not even doing anything because there's nothing to do. But if I return, The stuff that's sitting there in the hopper is 1,000 coal and 1,000 dirt. And if I take this and do that and do that, right? That's the stuff I've scooped. And I can sell this stuff directly. The pay dirt is going to give us a couple grand. Coal is going to give us a couple grand, regular dirt. Right. So we made like $1,200. That's good. That's actually pretty good. Now we could. Yeah. We could start building floors and stuff, but I'm slowly remembering how to play this game. It's like super tight quarters in here. Oh my goodness. Coal is cheap on this map. Like, it doesn't sell for good amounts. I bet it's probably because they want you to sell it at like the main place. What just happened? I'm in a pit and I just saw a tree fall in front of my face. Alright. I have nowhere to move. Like, we're trying to clear out something here, like to actually use this as an effective, like, place for something. What we really want is we want to get to the blasted rock. That's like the goal when you're starting out, is to get to the blasted rock as soon as possible. Coal is like $6 and diamond ore is like 26. Yeah. The prices are a little odd. The one thing I'm not seeing here, and I don't know if I'm just not remembering this properly, and let me turn the volume down so you guys can hear me. We don't need to hear the machine that loud. One thing I'm missing, and I don't know if it's just because I forget or what, but I feel like there was some way of telling like how high up you are or down low. And if I'm like digging a tunnel into a mountainside, which is literally what I'm doing. How far down am I? That's on the GPS? Okay. See, I knew there was something. Alright. Then let's get a GPS. Come on, save. Hurry up, I'm busy. Hey. Gosh, it took forever. What? Fuel low? I just got here. We already have low fuel. Oh god. This is gonna be rough. Gosh, it's been so long since I played this. Really? Oh my goodness. It's so hard, like, being in these tunnels. Let's get rid of this corner. Open things up a little. Yeah, it is, but it's all I have access to, honestly. I mean, I could build it out by, like, hand mining. That's not fun. And plus, the game wants you to use the vehicles. And plus, the loader that comes, like, the tunnel loader is just as tall as this thing is. Yeah, I think that, and see, I wouldn't have minded starting my new playthrough on the actual open quarry. I'm not a big fan of tunnels unless I built them, mainly because when I build them a lot taller and wider. This, like, borehole tunnel kind of concept is not, I'm not a fan of. And especially if you start off with, you know, you start in hardcore like I am. You know, you want to be able to... Fuel is not empty. There's still a little bit. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm exiting out. I'll buy a fuel thing, don't worry. Really? If this thing doesn't make it out of the tunnel, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna be I'm gonna laugh. I'll laugh hard. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of here. Oh, I probably should have gotten what was in the thing before I drove out, huh? Okay. We're back out. Stop. Purchase buildings. Fuel. Buy. Let's get some workbenches going. We need a wood workbench and maybe a smelter, I guess. I don't think we really need a smelter yet. Small wash plant. We don't have enough money for that. Okay. All right. So first of all, let's place the fuel station right there. And let's place the wood workbench. B build mode. Put the wood workbench right next to the fuel station for now. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Really? So stupid. Okay, fine. I'll put the fuel station right next to the vehicle so that I can fill up. There we go. I've refueled. Now I have access to all of this land, right? I'm assuming. So let's go for a walk. And let's find the edge of our land. So we can cut down some trees, get some other things going so that I'm actually making some like EXP for other stuff. Okay, Shift M, where are we? Nowhere near the edge of our land. We're going to go off into this distance. This looks like a fun area. I'm going to start cutting down trees. And cutting down trees gives me good EXP, so that's good. I think tree cutting works better in first person. Let's go this. We're just gonna clear cut this area because we need the wood for something. I don't know what. I'm sure we need it for something. It's really annoying. You can't get the underbrush stuff. Like these little ones. It doesn't let you get them. They just sit there and they stay in the way. And they're in the way all the time. Boop-a-doop. Why is the music stopped? Music stopped. There we go. I have 42 logs. That's not enough for anything, but I'll pretend that it is. I do really like. Oh, let's start with the skill stuff. How do I get the skills stuff? Skills, skill tree. Unlock this to start doing the skill tree. Increase run speed. Increase run speed. More rewards from quests. More rewards from quests. More rewards from quests. Okay. We started going down the run tree stuff. It looks like the skill trees are pretty much the same. Anyone correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of looks like skill trees are the same. This investment forecasting might be better. Like, I think this means more now, like these things. And the investment forecasting is going to mean more now that we have like different sell points. And these are all the things that I've found. That's cool. Quests. Keep the lights on. Sell the requested material to meet high demand and get an extra bonus. So I can actually get some EXP by selling coal and firing up the crusher. I don't know where that stuff is yet, but let's get about 100 trees and then go from there. I really hope that this game continues into not just the transportation side of things like we were talking about earlier, but also the logging side. I think there's a lot that this game could do with the existing mechanics. This whole one hit to chop down a tree is a little annoying, but I think in general, like adding logging machinery, I think would be cool. That said, this is obviously a mining game, not a logging game, so I don't know if that would be their focus. It would be a nice addition, but not critical. The wood is just a gateway to other stuff. I almost always prefer building with concrete than wood. The wood process just takes too long. It's frustrating. Concrete's also frustrating because you need the blasted rock or whatever it's called. So, no, the skill tree, this question, Bruce, the skill tree's been there since the beginning. It's not really like pushed from a here's how to play the game kind of standpoint. It's very much a, oh hey, there's a skill tree kind of thing. Like it's not obvious. But it's there. And the big thing with the skill tree that you notice right away is the run speed. Honestly, the ability to move around at run speed is, because it increases your run speed early on, I think is super beneficial. If we go to our map, I think I can just teleport back to my vehicle, right? Vehicles. Drive. Okay. So we can head back down here. Down into our tunnel of madness. Since it's dark and we can't see anything anyways, we might as well be using the lights. Now, once we get the GPS, we may check out the other tunnel, because there's two tunnels here, like preset tunnels that come with the map, and the other one might go deeper. I'm hoping we can find one that gets to the gravel, because we want the gravel right away. Oh, I should have had my wood workbench working on my... All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Return. We've got some... We're just going to sell everything for now. We can... So much of this stuff in the... Sell everything. Sell... We're going to sell the dirt, pay dirt, and coal. We have just enough for our GPS, which is good. I think we had GPS. I don't remember how much these things cost, so... Vehicles. Factory. Equipment. GPS receipt. 16.9. Oh my gosh, just barely. Yes, the crushed rock. Yeah, I want to get to the crushed rock because that's where the money is. I don't remember how to do this. How do I customize the vehicle? Inventory, there it is. Super. This can go in here. And then we'll replace the beacon because I don't ever use beacons, and we'll put the GPS receiver there so it's nice on top and gonna get bashed into everything. But now we get our GPS, which is great. So we are... That was weird. Okay, we are at this level 485 down. Now the way from what I remember is the way the kind of like the height works is you have to be at least 50 meters below the surface of whatever you're on. So that was 480. So let's say that where we are digging is 480. Okay. And then this is at 495. Okay, so to get below, we need to get down to like 430. Right? So let's check this mine. That's weird that it goes uphill first, but whatever. Hopefully it goes down. I think it does. Okay, we've got an uphill over there, a straight over here, and a down, a steep down. This is also 480 with an end point. I think this is also the end. So this is a 477. Ooh, wait. This is a 475. Where am I on the map? I'm way over there. Holy crap. That's it's pretty far away. Well, I mean, this just has dirt. And the other area I was in had pay dirt and other stuff too. Ooh, what's that? What's this? I discovered iron. Oh. So this area is iron. Okay. How does iron sell? Does iron sell well? I found iron. I'm hand mining because I want to have enough to get a hopper. And I get the skill points to do it. The large iron deposit. I guess that's good. Alright. Can we sell what we have? Dirt. Iron ore. Only 1,000. I want to be here forever. Well, let's manually dig like this and see where this tunnel goes. Right? If I was to continue going downhill, right? If I'm going to continue going downhill, can you guys still see this? This is the downside with tunneling, like in a tunnel. It's like, for like streaming, it's so dark in these tunnels that you almost can't see anything. You know what? I don't like being in the tunnels anymore. I'm going to take my iron and go. I just don't like the confined, like being so confined. Like I want to be outdoors. I want to like cut into an entire hillside and just take away that hillside. But the one thing we found, and we found this in our Arctic playthrough, is the best way to start a new mining operation is to just start at the base of a big hill with a steep rock face and just start digging in a straight line. And if there's a lot of mountain above you, then you're apt to find crushed rock right ahead. Sorry, right away. But like these tunnels, like the only way to do it logically would be to like, you know, scoop 2 or 3 scoops into a trailer and then drive the trailer out. Or do what I normally do, which is build a conveyor belt system. But with like these super tight tunnels, it's just, I don't know. Number one, it's not fun for me. And number two, it's probably not fun for you guys, so. Oh, that's a dead end. That doesn't help me. That's totally a dead end. So I do want to get to a point where I'm actually selling stuff in town where I want to sell it, right? I want to be able to transport, I guess. But I want bigger dump trucks to do that first, I guess. I don't know. I've given it a good try. A good old college try. But the tunnels are not super enjoyable to me. Right? I just right now they're not. Okay. Let's find somewhere else that's ours. That's the way I like to play. And just big huge like straight line shot into the hillside somewhere. And to build ourselves like an excavation starting point. And to do that, we're going to need to, we can always come back to this. We don't have very much money, so we need this. We need this. And let's go find somewhere that we can like manage the way we like to play. This, not as much. I mean, we could just start digging straight into this hillside, right? And build a big, massive cut. But the thing is that we're starting at the top of a hill. So to get down to where the crushed rock is, we really should be starting from down below. So let's look at, see where our property edges are. And what we can build with. So look at the land. See, we're already off our land. How do we best use this land and actually play the way we want to play? I honestly think like this hillside, like right here, maybe over here too. Like this is not ours. This is not ours. Like right here is on the border. But even this hillside, even if we started digging directly into this hillside right here, It's not really what I want. And the problem is I would actually go down here into the valley and dig in from like down here, but we don't have access to that. What's this? Is this an... I can't dig here. You don't own this land. Where's the first point I can do it? You don't own this land. Okay, I own this land. Yeah, I think that's my only downside with this part of the map. Okay, let's think about this. Let's look at the map. What about over here? This is like this area over here is the open mine. It's the pit. Right? It's on the other side of town. It's much farther away to drive to. But this is the open area of town. And I kind of would feel like working in the pit would be more fun than working in these tunnels. The downside is we don't have any money. And we don't have enough to buy this land. So how much would it take to buy company account, company debt, loan? Maximum debt limit, $1 million. Interest payment is $0 per minute. Borrow that. How much is that? We've never done loans before, so I mean it doesn't hurt. 12% interest on all loans taken. Okay. If we go into, why does the tab go into my inventory? Where's our skill tree? Skill tree, better credit score. Okay. I can get 50% more loan from the bank, 75% more, 100% more. This just changes the amount of loan. Okay. So now I can get better credit score, more loan. Yeah, I'm not digging the tunnels. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go check the other piece of land. We may take out a loan for a piece of land, which makes sense. But let's go check out the mine, the pit. And we'll stop somewhere in town and sell this bucket full of stuff. But we're going to go to the pit instead. I've never really done a mine pit. I've always kind of started on my own. So maybe we'll enjoy the mine pit more. I'm not enjoying the tunnels. I really, you know. How do I get there? Or else trading LLC. Please tell me I can sell here. Is there a sell point here? see one. We can always go back to the tunnels, I guess. But I think that's all buy stuff. Is this a sell point? Iron Johnson equipment. It's a buy point. I don't know if I remember correctly, but do you guys remember there being lightning storms? I don't remember lightning storms. Yes, John Carter, this is, well, it depends. So with Out of War, since it's an up and coming game and all that kind of stuff, it's still in early access. And the best case scenario for playing an early access game is usually, not always, but usually to play on the beta branch. So I'm playing on the beta branch, and this map is available if you're playing on the beta branch as one of your starting locations. It was just released recently as a new starting location on the beta branch. So, and it's cool. It feels like a real map. It feels closer to like a farm sim style map where there's like homes and there's a town. Like you see these towns, the buildings here. A lot of the buildings are actually using Ola's Renabu buildings. No, they didn't steal them. Ola's actually part of the team for Out of War now. But these are all like Renabu buildings that he has transported into this map. And they fit really well. And I think it's really nice seeing a town that you can drive through. Albeit very, very slowly because I'm driving a loader through town. So it is available, but you have to be on the beta branch. No big deal. Beta branch is totally fine. It's safe to play on. And you'll get the latest updates when they release stuff on the beta branch. And this map is their secret project. So if you guys have been following the Out of War news at all, over the past 6 months or so, they've been teasing that they're working on a secret project. This was that secret project. And I like it. I think it's a cool map. It's a bummer that the streetlights don't turn on. Like you have streetlights, but they're not even on. That's kind of a bummer. I would imagine that unless there's like is there a power station quest? Like, is there a quest? Go to quests. Keep the lights on. Sell the requested material, get high bonus. These are all the same quests as before, I think. I don't see anything new. Build the radio array, build the cell tower, build the watchtower. These are all the same quests from before. So, not a super huge deal. Nothing, like, outwardly crazy. Am I still going the right way? Oh, look, we're almost there. Sweet. All right, so this is the other starting area, quote unquote starting area. I'll show it off. And basically, as soon as you get a dirt road, it's kind of you're in the starting area. But this is a significant drive away from town. So it would be beneficial to tailor which sell points you're selling certain stuff to by placing down a sell point so you don't have to drive back and forth. Now, if I was in multiplayer, I think driving back and forth would be fun. In single player, it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. But so here we have this this area right here, this big flat area to build on. You could easily build a pretty complex factory right there, but you'd have to own the land, obviously. And then let's go down into the mine. And so this is a pit mine. As you can kind of see, we're coming around the corner. It's a big, huge, stepped surface pit mine with like ramps to get all the way down the bottom. We're going to go see if the bottom is actually blasted rock or not. It doesn't look like it. So we're down here. This is the pit mine. It's a pretty good size pit mine, I would say. More than enough space to do whatever. Using some of the big, huge bagger equipment would be really awesome here, I think. But if I wanted to come down here and build or start digging down here, we'd have to buy this plot of land for 250 grand. They're slower now. See, I mean, let's look at it. Right? We buy this pit mine, we're going to get this all bottom area. But I mean, let's pickaxe a little bit into these walls, because I think it's probably just display. Oh, I don't own the land. Okay. So I'd have to own the land first. Before I can even see what's under these things. But like, if you take if we stop here, if we kind of look at the pit mine, right, where the pit mine is, it's cut some steps into the hillside. But I think that honestly, if we went in straight this way, if we go in straight in this corner, right, I think we're going up. And if you look also, there's a huge dark patch right here. Right here, this dark patch right here, and the dark patch, the way this game works for the most part is those dark patches represent ores. If we started here, we go straight into that wall, right? But the point is that how far inwards into the wall do we have to dig to get to the crushed rock, crushed stone, whatever it's called. And if we started at the top, I have a feeling it would take longer to get to the crushed stone. Like, we could get this little area up here. Or we could just drive off into the wilderness if we know that we're not going to, if we know that we just want to start our own thing, and we know we're not going to be transporting things, because in single player transporting is just silly. We could just go off on our own and find a good hillside to cut into and, you know, do that. I don't know. I'll put up the vote. I'll let you guys vote. I don't care one way or the other, but let's put a quick vote up. I haven't done a poll in God knows how long. I'll give you guys 3 options and let you guys vote. There's only 4 people here, so really whoever votes on 2 things, you guys can figure out which one you want to do. We have the basics. Ugh, I can't talk. We've got logs. We've got some stuff to sell. We have a little bit of money. But, like, we could... I don't know. We could... I just hate the fact that I'm running so slow. Gotta get all those upgrades. But, I mean, we could, like, off in here. Like, off this way. Down in here, I think, would be a good place to start. And we go in deep into this valley here. Right? In this valley right here. And then just start digging straight into the wall. And that would give us like a good access to the crushed rock pretty quickly. I think that would be one option. While we're out here, I might chop some wood. Gary, this is a new map. Yes, I don't know the land, so I can't do that. This is a new map. This is the Movira map. Which is similar to the Scandinavian map that they had before, but this one actually has a town and plots of land that you have to buy. And so right now we're trying to figure out which plot of land do we buy to start, because the initial starting plots of land had pit mines or like tunnel mines, and I'm just not digging the tunnel mining. I don't like being in a cramped, confined space. If I'm gonna build a tunnel, I'm gonna build a freaking huge ass tunnel. All right, let's look at the vote. Looks like we have like 1 or 2 people who voted. Oh, we have 2 people voted, and there's only 4 people here. Come on, everyone vote. If you're still here. I think we're going to do the top of the pit, though. You know what we can do? We can do the top of the pit and then upgrade over time to do the bottom of the pit, and then we can run a bagger in this pit. That might be fun. We can do that. We definitely don't want to drive up this hill very often. Good lord, look at this. 5 kilometers an hour? Come on. Come on. Wow. I can't wait to get better equipment. This machinery is so slow. Oh, everyone says top of the pit. All right. We're going to end the poll. Almost everyone voted. Thank you very much for voting, everyone. I know there's not many people here, but thank you so much. We're gonna do the top of the pit. So we're gonna do this area right here. And go from there. So let's get out and scout real quick. So we're gonna scout real quick. And actually, you have access to a drone. I don't know if anyone knew this. You have access to this drone. It's a little funky how it works, but you have access to a drone. But if you just point down, this is what I always used to do in No Man's Sky. If you point down and then back up, you can see where you're going. Okay. Okay, so it looks like the top of the pit, the top of, like, this hill doesn't get very much taller. Maybe a little bit taller. Maybe a little bit taller if we go that way. Let's walk over there real quick. Because I have to determine which side to dig into. That's going to give me the best chance of hitting crushed rock sooner than later. Yeah, because if I dig in straight that way, there's no additional hill. It actually goes downhill pretty quickly. Is that what I'm seeing? Like here, if I went in this way, it's going to go downhill pretty quickly. But I think the answer is we go in this way, this direction here, and go in that way. I think that's the answer. So we're going to go in that way. Basically going dead south into this hill. Okay, so let's go into our menu. We're going to have to go to get a loan. I don't like this idea. Borrow. Max loan. Okay. We can get a 1.5 million. Let's look at the map. To be able to dig into this pit, we need to actually 4 tiles. We'll probably get away with 2 for now. We're probably going to need these ones over here, though. Okay, so bank. Let's get 850, sure, whatever. P. Map. Purchase. No. Purchase. Cannot be refunded. Purchase. Confirm. We could buy this one also, and this one. That would be smart. We can go into those later. Let's kind of mark the outline if we can. Shift M. So fast pickaxe. So let's mark our outline. I do not own this land. Do not own this land. Still do not own this land. Oh, there we go. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go this one. And basically put this right here. I'm going to put down coal. This is like my line. Right? That's my line. Right? That's my line. So I have to dig to the left of that. What's this? It's just dirt. It just happens to be darker. Now, can I place... Here's the question. Can I place... Okay, so I can't place... If we go, where's the hopper? Sorry, where was that? I can't place things that are not on my land. I have to actually own the land to be able to place stuff like a hopper down. Let's put it there. Let's put the dirt in there. Consume. Return. Oh, there's coal underneath here. Look at that. I struck coal. I'm going to put the hopper at ground level, as close to ground level as possible to make the up and down action less. So I do this. Do that. Consume. That didn't work. Consume. Return. Okay. Was that actually at ground level? I didn't see. Yeah, that's fine. It's close enough. Alright, well, this is where we're building. Let's place down a couple other things. Where's our inventory? Let's put this down. Let's place down our fuel, because it's going to take a lot of fuel. And we have $351,000, so we can actually start creating automations. Which way is this going? It's going this way. Sweet. Okay. We're going to start building our thing, right? Store. What am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Equipment. Factory. Elevator. Turn. Coal screen. Turn. Hopper. See if I remember how to build this stuff. Any material, iron, copper, lithium. No, that's not what I want now. We're going to need these. I don't know why I'm banging it now. We don't need it yet. Whatever. I bought it by accident. Hold on one sec. Wait, what is this? Is that there before? I don't remember this. That's cool. Coal plants. What am I looking for? I don't even remember what I want. Any material, iron, aluminum, silicon. No. Production. Oh, this is what this is the menu I'm looking for. Hey, Gabe. Oh, you'll be streaming soon today? Cool. I forget whether I like the wash plant or the sluice box. Oh, I want the wash plant because everything comes out and it doesn't leave anything in there, so I don't have to manage it. So we're going to need... We have... Ish. Plenty of money. Ish. Conveyors. Up 4x4. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can remember how this whole, like, I have this process set up. I might have to load my other save just to take a screenshot or something so I can remember what I'm supposed to do. Right? Let's get the wood going. I don't really need the wood, but we're going to get it going over here. Right? Put that there. Carrying around this wood, create 50. Wood planks. Make some wood planks and wood beams. Have fun. Okay. I'm not really using the shovel right now, so let's get that out of here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Coal screen, hopper, up. If I remember correctly. Boop. Boop. Oh, I don't know. Conveyors. Power. Straight power input. Need that. Boop. Boop. But you know what? I can't build over there because I don't own that land. It's not going to let me build over here, I don't think. Huh. Is that right? I wish you could get the info about what this thing does and the inputs and outputs right here. That would be useful. Let's do conveyors. We're gonna need storage. We're gonna need okay. Let's just do this. Yep, see it's not gonna let me build there because I don't own it. It'll let me build there, but it won't let me build there. Because I don't own that land. Well, I don't feel like building my thing all over again, so I'm gonna buy that land. Bank. 250. Confirm. Purchase. Confirm. Okay. Whatever. So right now, it's basically all it's doing is separating coal and everything else. We'll deal with everything else in just a minute. But we need Power. Power would be good. Um, I don't have anything in wind turbines. Do I have any coal plants? Can I do coal? I can't do coal yet. I only have access to solar panels. That sucks. I only have access to solar panels? Wow. That's the suck. Oh wait, power generator. What does this do? I don't understand. Oh, it consumes fuel. Okay, I don't think I've ever used those, but that would be a possibility. Put a screenshot in chat Discord. Thank you. It's been so long since that's the screenshot I wanted. That's actually almost exactly the screenshot. But I actually want to get a screenshot of my last playthrough, the one I did for the Alpine one, because the way I did it, it just all worked, and it just, and I'm gonna recreate that one because that one was awesome. But I will do that on my own. Okay, so we need power, and we need a solar panel, which is only going to work at night. But I don't have anything else. And a power pylon, which can go here, and 8. This goes to here. This goes to here. Okay. All right. We have built a basic factory that does really just separates coal. That's literally all it does. But the idea is it'll separate coal, which will run into this, and this can run into a coal plant right here that powers everything else. And now we can actually dig and actually get some digging. Go back to digging. And yes, I know my quote-unquote factory just looks like poop right now, but I don't care. Let's make sure it works. We can finally dump this. Okay. And then we turn it on. I think I have to turn things on for some stupid reason. Turn things on. On. There we go. I'm at just under the amount. We should be getting this. And now if I put coal in here and iron ore and dirt, consume. It's going in here, it's going up here. It's dropping down here. Then this should be getting coal. Right? Nope. This also needs a power input. Power input. I don't need text chat. Thank you very much. And the cables are 8, I guess. And this. Is this working now? Nope. Why not? Unit load 136, grid load 291. I don't have enough power. Power. I want wind turbines. Damn it. Or coal. Something. And boop. Why can't I turn this on or off? I don't understand. Grid load 291. Do I have to turn this? Oh, turn the solar panel on. That would help. Now can I turn this on? Yes, I can. Okay. So now this is getting coal. This is getting everything else. And our first step is complete. Any material, coal screen, trommel, coal screen, trommel, shaker. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can find some ores. Come on. Perfect. I think what I'm going to do is check out my other... I mean, we can do that right now if you want. But my Arctic playthrough is basically self-perpetuating. And it worked really well. And everything just kind of like fit together in a nice compact area. And I liked it. It had this like the one in that playthrough had this like downhill loop. It was really cool to see that it worked. Yeah, see, this is working fine for now. But we're not getting pay dirt or anything yet. This is just dirt. So this isn't helping us level up. In all honesty, instead of collecting things, I should just be dumping them. All right, how do we set the GPS? Set. There we go. Perfect. Happy to have found coal right away, I think. G. This is much better. Now that we're outside, we're outdoors. We're not in a stupid tunnel. We're able to do this much easier. Perfect. All right, so let's see what we're getting here. Right, this thing here, we have some iron ore we can sell. We've got a whole lot of dirt. And then the coal is here. Coal's not worth a lot, but we can sell it because we need the money. So let's go ahead and sell it. So let's come in here. Now, if we look at the ore prices, kind of like these things, these are all the different places we can sell at. And see, like, the prices are very slightly different. They're not much, like 1% difference. I would go to a, like, drive to a different location if it was like a 10% difference, but a 1% difference is nothing. Right? Let's do that. Let's do that. And better sell prices. Okay. Store, sell. We're gonna sell the dirt and the coal. Sell it all. We have 62 grand. We start adding the rest of our factory here. Okay. So we're going to do it that. Boop. And then we need coal screen, production. Need a trommel. And shaker screen. And we need wash plant. I believe we don't have the money for the wash plant. So if we do here, trommel, shaker screen, right? And then we put our storage on here. And then for now, we're just going to be putting storages on these other things too. So we'll do see if I can get the conveyor right. I never get it right. Turn right, you're right, and actually 2 rights and a down. I don't have money. Okay. Ran out of money real quick. Boop. Boop. Storage. Right there. Boop. We need one more storage. Can I buy the storages here? I forget where the storages are. Is it conveyor? No. 25 grand. Good Lord. I guess we're not getting a storage. That's not a good thing, because then this is going to go into nothing. Yeah, exactly. It sucks starting over and not having access to big equipment. 100%. And to like also have to like do this really slow build up thing. I don't want to run this at all without having... Actually, what does this do? Shaker screen? Remind me what the shaker screen does. Shaker screen. What does a shaker screen do? Shaker screen. Any material. The forward direction is coal, solid rock, blaster rock, crushed rock. It's not going to have coal because we don't have that yet. Everything else is going to go this way. Okay, so what we actually need, we can actually do this pretty safely actually, is we can put this storage right here and not have anything on the end, because the only thing that's going to come out at the end, I think, if I'm reading this right, I always get these wrong, but if I'm reading it right, solid rock, blasted rock, crushed rock. So until we get solid rock or blasted rock, crushed rock, it won't matter. And once what comes out of the end is all stuff that we need to crush or do something with. So the crushing loop will be right here. And we'll do the crushing loop later, but this is what we want to store. So yeah, this should be fine. Let's refuel. Come on, I just did refuel. Why am I not refueling? The storms are pretty cool. I like the storms. Now I don't see any green lights, so I think I might have gone over my power budget. We only have green lights there. This section is not green lights, which means that this section is not working. Yeah, not working. This section's working. Let's look here. Store power. What level do I get the wind turbines? Level 14. I'm only level freaking 7. I mean, we can get to level 8 really quick, but that's not going to do us much good. So we don't have the money to buy anything. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? It's getting pretty late. I know I started late, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. I'm gonna do the rest of do some hand mining, get a couple levels, you know, that kind of thing. I'm gonna get my template down, and we'll go from the other save. And I'm gonna go into my other save and take some screenshots for myself. Exactly what Mon Hossman has done for me here with the screenshot he put in the out of war thread, which is the way I like to run my plants. Honestly, I like that kind of one all in a line kind of flow. I built multiple plants that way, and I'm very happy with them. And so I will finish building off our little plant, and then next time we can just get into some digging and maybe get a better machinery, and also get some automated selling going on, because we're making some dirt, we're getting some dirt here, but we're not doing anything with the dirt. It's just kind of getting stored at this point, which isn't really helping us very much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this. It doesn't make any sense to put stuff in here and consume because it's not running. We take this out, return, sell. Yeah, we made 7 grand, but that's not enough to buy another power thing. So I'm gonna have to do some digging and or selling to be able to get enough money to start fixing our power situation, because we can't run this thing that we've built so far with no power. We need power. But that's, yeah, that'll be it for me today. I hope you guys like this. You know, we're probably gonna come back here and do this tomorrow, because we kind of finished up Docked. Not really super pumped to play that. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I like this kind of getting started phase. I'll try not to play too much off stream, but I will overcome some of our minor hurdles that we have right now, and then we can see if we can find some blasted rock and stuff like that, and actually start building out this area, and see what we can do. So that's gonna be it for me today. I want to say thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along. I'm sorry it was a little bit late. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow around the same time, same place, same story, same game. So I hope you guys can come and join, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.